your applications of trigonometry for your board examination. So people, in this session, I'm just gonna solve 4 questions so that you guys would get better in the concepts as well as the solving approach for each and every kind of problem, because the 4 problems are variety of problems, okay? Not the same, just it makes some variety so that you guys can understand how to approach each type of question. And also I'm not gonna solve very slow, I'm just gonna solve the median level so that each and everyone can understand. So the first question is, the shadow of a vertical tower on a level ground increases by 10 meter when the altitude of the sun changes from angle of elevation 45 degree to 30 degree, then find the height of the tower. Then they're asking us to find the height of the tower. And also they gave the root 3 value as 1.73. These calculations you should only do, okay? Root 3 is equal to 1.73 that you can do. But let me show how to solve this question and how to get the final answer. So first, it is given that the shadow of a vertical tower on the level ground increases by 10 meter when the altitude of sun changes by the angle of elevation 45 to 30. So that means, let me say, this is the tower. Initially, the shadow was like this, okay? This is the tower and initially the shadow was like this, such that, let me say this is the level ground, okay? Let me say this is the level ground. So wait, 1 second, wait. I will draw it straight. So this is the tower, this is the level ground. Okay, so this is the level ground which we are having. Initially, the shadow of this particular tower, okay, let me say this is a tower and let the height of this tower be h. So the tower of height h, initially the shadow makes an angle of elevation 45 degree. That is what given in the question now, correct or not? Initially, the shadow makes the angle of elevation 45 degree with the horizontal line or the level ground. And now the altitude of sun changes from the angle of elevation 45 degree to 30 degree by moving 10 meters. That is what given in the question now. The shadow of vertical tower on level ground increases by 10 meter when altitude of sun changes from the angle of elevation 45 to 30 degree. So that means from this particular point, it just moves few meters, that is 10 meters. Okay, it moves 10 meters and finally the angle of elevation for this particular point is, let me draw it quite straight, okay? Just wait for a minute. Okay, so the angle of elevation for this point is 30 degree and that is something given in the question. Just understand these things, okay? So let me repeat what and all the scenario that I told now. Just I told that there is a 1 minute, wait people. So what and all I told is, actually here there is a tower of height h. I am assuming that the height of the tower is h. And now the shadow of this particular tower makes an angle of elevation 45 degree with the horizontal. You know what is angle of elevation now? The angle made by the line of sight and the horizontal level when you are moving upward. Correct or not? That is what we mean by angle of elevation. So now here this is the shadow and this shadow makes the angle of elevation 45 degree. And then the altitude of sun changes, therefore the angle of elevation decreases by 30 degree but the shadow increases by 10 meter. That is something given in the question, just understand it. This understanding is much enough to solve this question, okay? So now let me name these parts. Let me name this triangle. So let this point be A, let this point be B, let this point be C, and let this point be D, okay? Just the basic understanding, just I'm naming it like that in order to make the question very easier. Okay, that is our motive now. So that is what I'm doing. Yeah, just understand it, guys. I'm solving very quick because you guys already know the logic behind this application of trigonometry. Okay, wow. So now For in triangle ABC, listen to me very carefully. In triangle ABC, let me find out the value of tan of 45 degree. For this particular small triangle, that is the initial shadow. Initially, before moving this 10 meters, what is the shadow? That is what they are asking us to find. And let me find tan of 45 degree. That will be nothing but this opposite by this adjacent. So let me say this length as x. Let me say this length as x. It's your convenient, people. Just I am using it as x, but you can use it like any way. You can use it as x, y, any way. But just the answer is what important. Okay. So for this particular triangle ABC, this small triangle, initial shadow, the angle of elevation 45 degree. Therefore, tan of 45 degree will be nothing but your opposite, that is height of the tower h, by adjacent. Adjacent will be x. Adjacent will be x. Therefore, tan of 45 is 1. So 1 is equal to h by x, which implies that your h is equal to x, or your x is equal to h. Okay, that is what we got to know. Now let me keep this as one equation here. That is x is equal to h. Let me keep this as one equation. Okay, that is equation 1. Okay, so in triangle ABC, I just found out the tan of this particular angle of elevation. Therefore, from this I got to know that x is equal to h. You know what is x now? What I told as x, you know that, right? Your x is nothing but this particular CB, that is BC, and your 10 meters is CD, and your height is h. Just using the concepts or the scenario given in the question. Okay. So now let me talk about the bigger triangle, that is triangle ABD. Triangle ABD. So in triangle ABD, what is happening is, let me find out the value of tan of 30 degree. So what is your tan of 30 degree for the bigger triangle whose angle of elevation 30 degree is this particular bigger triangle when the shadow changes by 10 meter. Correct or not? Correct or not? That is what I am saying. So here also the opposite will be the height h. But the adjacent will not be x. And the adjacent also will not be 10 meter. Because I am talking about the bigger triangle, that means you need to include this whole side, that is BD, okay? You need to include this whole side, therefore there will be 10 plus x, h by 10 plus x. Correct or not? The total adjacent length is 10 plus x, okay? So that is the main point of talking about here. Okay, and now you know what is tan of 30 degree. Tan of 30 degree is 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is equal to h by 10 plus x. And now people, just understand one thing. Initially while solving out this small triangle, we found that your x is equal to h. If your x is equal to h, just put this particular equation in this equation. If your x is equal to h, just replace this x by h. Okay, in examination you should write the statement. Okay, for example, this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Put equation 1 and 2. So like that you need to express in statement so that the invigilator would understand that, so that the paper cutter would understand that you are trying, what you are trying to do in the paper, what you are trying to do for a particular question. Okay, that is very important, and then only they will be very happy about your paper, and they will be in a good mood. So that is what you guys also want, and they also want. Okay, that is what I am also saying. Yeah, so just put this equation, there is equation 1 in this equation, therefore get us h by 10 plus h. Just replace this x as h by equation 1. So just cross multiply. So 10 plus h will be equal to root 3h. Correct or not? Just cross multiplying. Take the h to that side. Therefore get it as 10 is equal to root 3h minus h. That is, take h common. So therefore root 3 minus 1. Correct right? Correct right? So 10 is equal to h times of root 3 minus 1. So therefore, what has been asked in the question? They are asking us to find the value of height. So therefore, h will be, your h is only height of the tower. Okay, so h will be 10 by root 3 minus 1. So just rationalize it. So root 3 plus 1. So this will be nothing but 10 times of divided by root 3 plus 1 and root 3 minus 1. Root 3 square 3 minus 1 square is 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. So this 2 can cancel out. Therefore, I got to know that height is nothing but 5 times of root 3 plus 1. Therefore, h will be what is given as root 3 1.73. So 1.73 plus 1 will be 2.73. Just solve it out, okay? Therefore, you get your hs what? Almost 13, yes, 13.7 meter. Guys, I don't know the accurate answer. Even though it's a wrong answer, don't blame on me, because it's just your work to do, to do the calculation, because they already gave the value of root 3. So that's all of this question. Let us move on to the next one. Our next question is, two pillars of equal height and on either side of the road, which is 100 meter wide, the angles of the elevation of the top of the pillars are 60 degree and 30 degree at a point on the road between pillars. Find the position of the points between the pillars. Guys, even though maybe my handwriting looks little bad, but just adjust it, just understand what is given in the question. So people, it is given that two pillars of equal height are on either side of the road. So let me say this is the road, okay? Let me say that this is the road, okay? So now there are two pillars of equal height on either side of the road. So I said that this is the road, correct or not? So on either side there are two pillars. So let me say this is one pillar, and let me say this is one pillar, and two pillars are of equal height. So let the height of each pillar be h. People, I'm just solving the questions very faster because I need to solve it very faster, as well as you can even 10th standard guys can understand the logic behind each and every this application of trigonometry question, because they are already solved many questions based on this, and also they have attended many trial tests, revision tests, so of course they know about it, okay? So that is why I am solving very fast. And now it is given that the angle of elevation top of the pillars are 60 degree and 30 degree at a point on the road. So let me say some point between the road. Let this be some point between the road. I said that this is the road. So this would be the some point in the road. And now it is given that the angle of elevation top of the pillars are 60 degree and 30 degree for that particular point. Cat or not? Cat or not? So now let me draw the lines to indicate the angle of elevations for each pillars. So it is given that the angle of elevation for this particular line is 60 degree and the angle of elevation for this particular line is 30 degree. That is what given in the question now. That is what given in the question. And the angle of elevations on the top of the pillars are 60 degree and 30 degree at a point on the road between the pillars. These two pillars. So this is the point between the pillars, and angle of elevations are 60 degree and 30 degree. And also it is given that two pillars of equal height 100 meter wide. So that means the total length is 100 meter. Correct or not? The total length is 100 meter. So if total length is 100 meter, so let this be. So some distance I can take it as x now. So let this distance be x. Okay. So if this is x, then of course this is 100 minus x. And guys, I forgot to name the triangle, so let me name it up. So let this be A, let this be B, let this be C, let this be D, let this be E. Okay, just naming as my wish, okay? It's your wish. In order to understand it very well, I am doing like this. This is D, people. Okay, wow. So this is something given in the question. Now let us solve it up. So if total distance between the two pillars is 100 meters, then if it gives us x, then of course this will be 100 minus x. Okay. So now let me solve the question. They are asking the distance, the position of each pillars between the points. So how to solve this question is, so let me consider this triangle. It is triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, I'm gonna find out your tan of 60 degree. So tan of 60 degree will be what? Tan of 60 degree will be opposite of that particular angle divided by adjacent. So opposite is h and adjacent is x. Correct or not? So now tan 60 degree is root 3, that is equal to h by x, which implies that your h is equal to root 3x. Okay, your h is equal to root 3x. Where h is equal to root 3x. So this is the equation I got now. So let me keep this equation as equation 1. So h is 1 minute people. H is equal to root 3x. This is one equation. So let this be equation 1. I found out by this particular first triangle, it is triangle ABC. So in triangle ABC, I found a tan of 60 degree. That is h by x. So root 3 is equal to x by x. Therefore h is equal to root 3x. So come on, we can solve it very fast. Okay. So now let us go up onto the second triangle. Let us go up onto your second triangle. So what is your second triangle? Your second triangle is triangle. This is E, this is D, this is C. So let me keep it as EDC. Okay, just listen to me very carefully, okay? 1 minute. In triangle EDC, let me find out the value of tan of 30 degree. So tan of 30 degree will be opposite of this angle. There is the same pillar, not the same pillar, the different pillar with the same height. That is h divided by the adjacent. So adjacent for this particular angle of elevation will be 100 minus x. Correct or not? Basic concepts people, but I'm just telling you the approaches, okay? So that is what you guys need to understand. So just I'm telling you the approaches, just use it up and solve it up. As simple as that. And now tan of 30 degree is 1 by root 3. Therefore 1 by root 3 will be equal to h by 100 minus x. So just cross multiply. Therefore we get it as root 3h will be equal to 100 minus x. Correct or not? Correct or not? And now please understand one thing. What they are asking is in the question is they are asking the position of the point between the pillars. So that means they are asking us to find this x and this 100 minus x. So then of course it shows that you need to change this h in terms of x. How will I change that? Because we already know that h is equal to root 3x. Just put this equation 1 in this equation. So this is equation 2 now. So let this be equation 2. So put this in this particular equation. Just replace this h by this root 3x. Replace this h by this root 3h. Therefore I'll get it as root 3 times of h will be what? That is root 3 times root 3x will be 3x. That is equal to 100 minus x. Correct or not? Correct or not? People, very simple. Initially I found out that h is equal to root 3x, that I kept it as the equation 1. And now I'm finding out your root 3 h is equal to 100 minus x, and we are supposed to find this x. Therefore, I'm just replacing this h as x by using this equation, because we know that your h is equal to root 3x. So when I replace this h as root 3x, I will get as root 3 into root 3x will be 3x, that is equal to 100 minus x, which implies that x is equal to 25. Okay, just solve it out. Okay, very simple. Not 25. That is x is equal to 25 meter. So this distance is 25 meter. Then what will be this distance? This will be 100 minus x. It is 100 minus 25. That is 75 meter. That's not degree, people. Sorry, 75 meter. Okay. So just 3x is 100 minus x means x is equal to 25 meter. Because we know this is x, so this is 25, and this is 100 minus x, so this is 75. That's all of this question. Let us move to the next one. Our next question is, from the top of 120 meter high tower, a man observes two cars on the opposite sides of the tower and in straight line with the base of the tower with the angle of depressions as 60 degree and 45 degree. Find the distance between two cars. So people, it is given that from the top of a pillar, there is a man who observes two cars on the either sides of the road. Okay, so that is what they are saying in the question, with the angle of differentiation 60 degree and 45 degree. So let me say this as your tower. So let this be your tower, and the height of this tower is 120 meter. Height of this tower is 120 meter, and from top of the tower, that means from this point he observes two cars. So let the car 1 be this point A, and let the car 2 be wait, it's a straight line? No. Car 2B, let the car 2 be B. Okay, B means the car 2 is B. Okay, it's located at the point B. So from this point, that man observes two cars on the either side, that is car A and car B. Let me say like that. So now it is given that this is the road. Okay. So this is point B and this is the road, and now this is the pillar. And now from the top of the pillar, that man observed this car A with the angle of depression 60 degree, correct or not? And from the top of the pillar, from the same top of the pillar with the height 120 meter, he observes the angle of depression for car B as 45 degree. Okay, wow? That is what given in that question. Just I use a scenario given in the question to solve these kind of problems. Okay, wow? So there are two cars A and B. The angular depressions are 60 degree and 45 degree, and that is observed from the top of the tower. Why it is called angular depression? Because this angle is measured between the line of sight and the horizontal level with respect to, when you are seeing downwards. Because this man is seeing the car downwards now. So therefore, the angle of depression is the term used here, not your elevation. Just understand it. So now, let me name the points. So let this point be, let this point be C, let this point be O. Okay, wow? The top of the pillar is O, and the bottom of the pillar is, not pillar, it's tower. Bottom of the tower is C. So now, let me solve this question. They are asking us to find the distance between these two cars. There is a distance between A and B. How can we find out this? Just find out AC and find out BC. Just add them out and the job is over. The job is over. So now listen to me very carefully. So let me say in triangle, this is a very easy one, not like the question that we solved earlier. This is an easy question. 100% everybody can do it. But you need to know the basic knowledge of trigonometry. Okay, wow? So in triangle, so let me say this triangle, first triangle, in triangle AOC. In triangle AOC, so let me find, we need to find the AC now. Therefore, let me find your tan of 60 degree. So tan of 60 degree will be opposite of this angle, that is 120. Opposite of this angle 120 by AC. So what can we do now? So let this be AC itself, okay? Let this be AC itself. So what is tan of 60 degree? Tan of 60 degree is root 3. So that is equal to, correct or not? I think my concept is correct, okay? What I am using here is correct only. I hope it's correct. Yes, of course it's correct. So now tan of 60 degree 1 by root 3a, that will be equal to 120 by AC. Correct or not? So therefore, your AC will be equal to 120 root 3. Correct or not? That is what we found. So this distance is found out as 120 root 3. And let us find this distance so that we can add them up both. Okay, guys, it's a very easy one. Okay, everybody can solve this. So that's why I'm going very fast. That's why I'm going very fast, because you guys having the knowledge. Okay, you guys having the knowledge. Okay, so now let us do for, hey, sorry people, I'm really sorry for that mistake. Actually, your tan of 60 root 3, that is equal to 120. I was thinking about the answer because already I know what the answer will come. So that's why thinking how I put like this answer will come. So that's why I took it as root 3. Sorry for that. Therefore, AC will be nothing but 120 by root 3. Okay, wow. Okay, wow. So AC will be 120 by root 3. Okay. So that is what you guys are supposed to understand. So now we have found out AC. So let us find out your BC. So in triangle BOC. So in triangle BOC, same like that, find tan of the triangle. So tan of 45 degree will be nothing but opposite. Opposite will be the tower height 120 divided by the adjacent BC. So we know that tan of 45 degree 1. So 1 is equal to 120 by BC. Therefore, BC is equal to 120 meter, as well as your AC is equal to 120 by root 3 meter. So your BC is 120 meter, AC is 120 by root 3 meter, and we are supposed to find This is also 120 by root 3 meter. And this is 120 meter. So we are supposed to find AB. Correct or not? The distance between two cars is asked in the question. Find the distance between these two cars. So your AB will be AC plus BC, that is 120 plus 120 by root 3. That will be 120 times of 1 plus 1 by root 3. Correct or not? Just taking 120 common. I'm just adding these two things, okay? This BC, this AC. So 120 plus 120 by root 3, take 120 common. That will be 120 plus 1 by root 3. Correct or not? 120 times of 1 plus 1 by root 3. So this will be, AB will be equal to 120 into root 3 plus 1 by root 3. So just you can rationalize. I will do this here itself. AB will be equal to 120 times of root 3 plus 1 by root 3. Root 3 times of 3 plus root 3 by 3. Correct or not? So just you need to solve it out. So AB will be equal to 120 plus 40 root 3. Okay. So I think that's the answer. Calculations correct or not? I don't think there's any mistake. So just add up these two distances. 120 by root 3 plus 120. That's a concept. Okay. Don't care about the answer, people. Answer is important only. But the approach is what matters a lot. Okay. Everybody can say answer even by typing in Google. But the thing is, they need to know what the approach began the question. So just adding it. I think that will be the answer. Root 3 plus 1. Root 3. Okay. 3 plus root 3. Yes, this is the correct. So 40 root 3, just find it out and add it with 120, and that will be the answer for the question. So answer is AB is equal to 120 plus 40 root 3, because you are supposed to find the distance between two cars. Therefore, the distance between two cars will be nothing but 120 by 120 plus 40 root 3. Correct or not? Perfect. I hope everything is perfect, and I want everyone to be with me. Just solve it out. So this will be the answer for the question. So that's all of this one. So this is a basic concept. So I would say this is the answer. Finally we got this. Anyway, this will be the answer. If we simplify this is something we'll get. So 120 times of root 3 plus 1 by root 3. That will be the answer for the question. That's all of this question. Now let's move on to the one last question, and that is a very good question. Okay. Now the next question is, a vertical tower stands on the horizontal plant and is surmounted by a vertical flagstaff at height h. At a point on the plane, the angle of the elevation of the bottom and top of the flagstaff were alpha and beta. Prove that height of the tower is h tan alpha by tan beta minus tan alpha. This is a beautiful question. Such a beautiful question. Surely you guys will be mind blown. Just understand what is given in the question. That itself will take your time. That itself will take you a lot of time. Just let us see. And this is the previous year CBSE board exam question. See, they are asking like this. So you can expect anything. Okay, wow. So just understand, a vertical flower stands on a horizontal plant. So let this be some horizontal plant, okay? And now a vertical tower stands on it. So let this be the vertical tower. And now it is given that vertical tower is itself surmounted by, so let me take this vertical tower as AB, okay? That vertical tower is itself surmounted by a flagstaff. So a flagstaff means you can take it to any like rod-like structure, okay guys? Those things are not important. What is flagstaff? You don't need to just research about it. Just draw the diagram. Just understand what is given. Flagstaff means a particular rod-like figure like this. So like from this AC is the flagstaff. Okay, wow. And it is given that the vertical flagstaff is of height h. This AC is of height h. And also at a point on the plane, the angle of elevation bottom and top of the flagstaff are alpha and beta. So bottom of the flagstaff So let this be that point, okay? Let this be that point on the plant. Let this be the point on the plant. So at a point on the plane, the angular elevation is the bottom. At the bottom, it is given as alpha. See, it is given as bottom and top of the Flagstaff are alpha and beta. So let this be alpha. If this is alpha, then the angular elevation of the top of the Flagstaff is beta. That is something given in the question. Now just understand it. Then the question is gonna be very easy. And people, let this point be D. Okay, let this point be D, and let the height of the tower be Y. Okay, let me take like that, and I think let the base be X. Let the base be X. Okay, so that is the understanding for this question. Guys, understanding itself takes this much amount of time. So please understand how difficult this question is. It's very simple. On a horizontal plane, a particular tower is there. On the top of the tower, this AB is a tower. On top of it, there is a Flagstaff, that is AC. And now the height of the AC is given, that is H. And also angle of elevation for the bottom of the Flagstaff is alpha, and for the top of the Flagstaff is beta. This small angle alpha. For this line of sight alpha. For this line of sight beta. The total angle beta. And they are asking us to find they are asking us to prove the height of the tower is h tan alpha divided by tan beta minus tan alpha. Nothing but they are asking us to prove that y is equal to this trigonometric expression. So let me solve it very, very quickly. Please understand, okay? Let me solve it very, very quickly. And now, let me take the small triangle. Let me take the small triangle. In triangle, ABD, this small triangle whose angle of elevation is alpha. In triangle ABD, cut a note, okay? I think whatever I'm doing it is correct, okay? So in triangle ABD, let me find out the value of tan of alpha. Tan of alpha will be nothing but opposite, that is y, adjacent is x. Correct or not? Correct or not? So from this I would say that x will be y by tan alpha. Okay. So this implies that your x is equal to y times of 1 by tan of alpha is cot of alpha. Okay, so that is our first step for this particular question. Just understand what I did here. It's very simple. I know that for this AD, for this particular line of sight, the angle of elevation alpha. And for this particular line of sight, the angle of elevation, the total angle is beta. Correct or not? And now for this small triangle, I am finding out tan of alpha, that is ABD triangle, that will be y by x, opposite by adjacent. So x is equal to, if tan alpha is equal to y by x, x will be y by tan alpha, basic solving equation. From this I got another x is equal to y times of cot alpha, because it is nothing but y divided by tan alpha, that is y times of 1 by tan alpha, that is y times of cot alpha. And now let me keep this as one equation, that is x is equal to y times of cot alpha. Let me keep this as one equation. Then let this be equation 1. Okay, let this be equation. Where is my duster? Yes, it's here. So x is equal to y cot alpha. I took this as one equation. Now let me talk about the bigger triangle. That is in triangle. What is a bigger triangle with angle of elevation beta? That is a bigger triangle is CBD. In triangle CBD. Just my naming. This naming is not given in the question, but just I am naming it up. So in triangle CBD, let me find tan of beta, because the angle of elevation for the bigger triangle for the top of the tower is beta. So tan beta will be nothing but opposite. Opposite will be h, y plus h divided by x. Cut cut, right? So that is what you guys will be getting. So from this I would say that your x will be nothing but y plus h by tan beta. So which implies that your x will be y plus h times of 1 by tan beta, that is cot beta. Okay, that is what finally you guys should be getting. Guys, it's very simple. In triangle CBD, is the bigger triangle. I am finding out tan of beta. Here for the bigger triangle, angle of elevation is beta. Correct or not? Correct na? So the angle of elevation beta. So tan of beta will be this y plus h by x. Okay, that is what I am doing. So now therefore just by solving, x will be equal to y plus h by tan beta, which implies that x is equal to y plus h times of 1 by tan beta, that is cot beta. Okay, so now let me take this as equation 2. Let me take the equation 1. We have got equation 1, equation 2. Now just compare these two equations. Comparing means we know that both the equation 1 and 2 are having x in the LHS. That means equal to RHS. So which implies that by comparing equation 1 and 2, you should write like that in your examination. So y cot alpha will be equal to y plus h times of cot beta. So can't I write this y plus h times of cot beta as y cot beta plus h cot beta? Can't I write like that? Think carefully and say, people. Think carefully and say, people. By comparing equation 2, comparing equation 1 and comparing equation 2, I got to know that y times of cot alpha, this will be equal to y plus h times of cot beta. That y plus h I am writing as y cot beta plus h cot beta, and just taking this cot beta inside the bracket. So now what I am going to do is take this y cot beta to this side. Therefore it will be y times of cot alpha minus y cot beta will be equal to h cot beta. Correct or not? Think carefully and say, am I correct? Am I correct or not? Okay, so this is what you will get. So now just I took this y cot beta to this side, the LHS, and now take your y common in the LHS. That will get us y times of cot alpha minus cot beta will be equal to h times of cot beta. Correct? In LHS I am taking your y common. This is something I will be getting. And now after this step, in the question, what they are asking? They are asking us suppose the height of the tower need to be this expression. We know that the height of the tower is AB, that is y. So that means we need to get the value of y, which will be nothing but h cot beta by okay. So we have got a y is equal to h cot beta by cot alpha minus cot beta. Correct dana? Correct dana? So now just I will rub these things. So what you will do is we have almost completed it. Just follow what I am doing here. We know that y is equal to h cot beta. H cot beta I can write it as 1 by nothing but h by tan beta divided by cot alpha. I can write it as 1 by tan alpha minus 1 by tan beta. That is what you will be getting, right? H by tan beta divided by 1 by tan alpha 1 by tan alpha minus of 1 by, I will write it very clearly, okay? This is what you will be getting finally when you simplify. So now people just take LCM and solve. So therefore I think it is y is equal to h by listen, we completed the question, okay? H by tan beta, by when you take LCM we get it as tan beta minus tan alpha by correct or not? H by tan beta divided by 1 by tan alpha minus 1 by tan beta, that is h by tan beta divided by tan beta minus tan alpha by tan alpha tan beta. So I will wrap this up, guys. I hope that is clear, because I'm really so hardworking a lot to do this kind of videos even after coming to home from school. Okay, so just try to share our channel so that everyone can get help of it. And I'm not just saying what I'm doing. I'm not just publishing me. Just I'm saying this much work I am putting, therefore I want some results on it. That is what makes someone happier than anything. Okay, so that is what I am saying. Therefore, just take LCM. So just reverse it up. So we'll get us tan alpha. I think everything is perfect. Tan alpha tan beta times of h